Proverbs, chapter 6, verses 20 to 29, with commentary following. My son, guard your father's commandment, and forsake not the Torah of your mother. Bind them continually about your heart, and tie them about your neck. When you go, it shall lead you. When you sleep, it shall guard you. And when you awake, it shall talk with you. For the commandment is a lamp, and the Torah is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. To guard you from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in your heart, neither let her take you with her eyelids. For by means of a whorish woman a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the woman that breaks wedlock will hunt for the precious life. Can a man take fire in his bosom, and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals, and his feet not be burned? So he that goes in to his neighbour's woman, whosoever touches her shall not be innocent. In these verses, the reader is urged to guard and keep the commands and instructions given by a father and mother, binding them continually upon the heart. These teachings are described as a lamp and a light, guiding a person in the right path and protecting them from danger. Where would we be without our parents and their advice? My dad used to say, measure twice, cut once. I measured 17 times and still blame the tape measure. Turns out, hearing advice and taking it are two very different things, and usually end in frustration. My mum warned, don't go to bed angry, so I stayed up scrolling and perfected my passive-aggressive emoji game. Practice makes perfect, they said. I practiced perfection and unlocked a new skill, theatrical procrastination. My dad always said, save for a rainy day. Now I own 3 umbrellas and a suspiciously full jar of coins. And of course, don't spend money you don't have. I nodded and signed up for a buy now, panic later plan. Specifically, in this passage, Solomon warns his sons against the temptation of the strange woman, representing seduction, immorality, and unfaithfulness. Good advice, and one I'd wish I'd taken. I met a strange woman at the supermarket. She smiled, and I promptly forgot my life plan. Turns out my decision-making has a very short attention span. She offered adventure, and I RSVP'd yes, without reading the terms and conditions. Just one drink, she said. I briefly questioned if it was a good idea, then she whispered, trust me, and my common sense handed in its resignation. Suddenly, my future had a very questionable subplot. I fell for the charm and learned the hard way that enthusiasm is not a reliable financial advisor. I mistook flirtation for fate. Now I'm interning at the school of regrets. For believers, this highlights the importance of holding fast to the Torah of Yahuah, allowing his instruction to shape our decisions and guard our hearts from compromise. The passage makes it clear that giving in to such temptation carries serious consequences, comparing it to taking fire into one's bosom and walking on hot coals, both of which inevitably bring harm. This imagery shows that sin is not harmless or contained. It brings damage and destruction. Tell me about it. I fell for her smile and came home with 2 dogs, a tattoo, and a subscription box for things I can't explain. It started with just 1 more bar, and somehow ended 3 times over with a souvenir keychain and no dignity. What was promised as spontaneous fun left me with a suitcase, a broken phone, expenses that will haunt my bank statements, and a new appreciation for bail funds. My mother still doesn't believe a word of it. When she said, trust me, my bank app self-deleted. For believers today, this serves as a strong warning to flee from situations that lead to sin and to pursue purity in both thought and action. By staying rooted in the wisdom of Elohim, we are protected from paths that lead to harm and instead walk in righteousness and life, which, in hindsight, is a far better plan than explaining everything to a solicitor the next morning. This has been Enlightened, trying to keep you out of police custody. And as always, we praise Yahuah.